Well, of course, it's all about money, and he doesn't have any loyalty.
The British royal family attracts scandal the same way Lady Colin Campbell attracts nationwide attention through her open statements. She makes headlines regularly because of her explosive controversial disclosures, and this time around she achieved something bigger than ever before.
They have conversations between Morton and Diana.
What shocking information did Lady Campbell disclose that got everyone in the United Kingdom intensely concerned? How will this revelation change both the royal household and the state condition throughout the entire country? Join us as we take a deep dive into how Lady Campbell stuns the entire UK with this announcement.
Me, my integrity, the role I played in my first Diana book.
The shocking truth revealed. Lady Colin Campbell's history of truth revelation to the public included a recent announcement that left British citizens in total shock. Lady Campbell shared with the public during an exclusive interview what she described as a deeply troubling royal family secret that the public had never learned. Based on her knowledge, the royal court has launched systematic efforts to conceal information about a high-level member's actual standing and authority. The main focus of Lady Campbell's discovery exposes how a highly positioned royal figure manipulates media discourse to achieve dominance over how the monarchy appears to the public. Through her claims, she asserts that this secret figure manages behind-the-scenes operations by running smear campaigns while steering both major media content and top-tier political talks to protect the royal institution from increasing public scrutiny. Lady Campbell presents shocking allegations about surrogacy being utilized by members of the royal household. During one of her YouTube streams, Lady C explained the legal and moral boundaries that stem from surrogacy when applied to royal bloodlines. She examined how institutions based on traditions deal with the multiple challenges related to recognizing the legitimacy of such reproductive methods. The comments by Lady C have triggered extensive public discussions about royal heirs, because she avoided mentioning specific names. The British legal system presents additional complexities to interpret the situation surrounding surrogacy matters. Surrogacy contracts function without legal force in British territories, with the surrogate mother retaining maternal rights until authorities approve a parental order. The existing legal structure presents challenges to the royal family because the valid succession of heirs represents a critical matter.
And not only regular royalty either, a reigning monarch, like the Queen.
Lady C's disclosures have sparked public doubt about the royal household's ability to handle complex legal matters while preserving the general public's trust. British society shows different attitudes towards surrogacy. Some accept it as an appropriate family-building choice, but others question it because of ethical doubts. The royal family's participation in surrogacy practices may shape the British public understanding of this reproductive method while creating precedents for social acceptance. Through Lady C's talks, society started discussing the importance of openness and contemporary reforms for royal institutions, which require them to align with modern social standards. After making those statements, Lady Campbell proceeded without pause. She discloses how members of the royal family use secretive financial methods to keep their wealth hidden from public knowledge. Her sources have revealed that unreported funds are sent through offshore accounts and private trusts, which permit aristocratic members to enjoy luxury living, but the public remains financially responsible for the monarchy through the sovereign grant. Substantial financial allocations have been mismanaged through undisclosed methods, according to the allegations, which could potentially create the first-ever constitutional chaos. She revealed information about the ongoing power conflicts between different members of the royal family. Internal feuds regarding succession plans and battles for influence, along with possibly personal grudges, serve as key factors driving the prolonged family tensions among senior members of the family. Through polished presentations to the public, the royal family maintains the appearance of unity and operational effectiveness despite internal power struggles, which they keep discreetly concealed. Via her interviews, Lady C has discussed how media outlets have influenced public understanding of royal family life. According to her analysis, the media's role in magnifying family disputes includes biased reporting, which manipulates public perception about what is happening within the royal family. Lady C asserts that the partnership between royal institutions and media sources creates conflicting dynamics, which ultimately produce misleading content about royal events. Public observers, including journalists, political commentators, and historians, rush to verify the reported details while the nation asks itself how this will affect the future of the monarchy. How would the royal household handle such information if even some of these explosive statements proved accurate? The impact on the British public. The British nation remains bound by uncertainty as Lady Campbell's earth-shattering statement continues to generate instability. Her revelation has produced overwhelming public interest as every word gets analyzed by media platforms. Her remarks have generated a historic nationwide discussion that dominates television programs alongside newspaper front pages and internet debates. Her revealing statement has created a major impact that affects the position and status of the royal family. The British monarchy continued to face increased criticism after recent public scrutiny, but now enters a new controversy phase. Some British people are questioning how much they trust and respect the royal institution because Lady Campbell's claims have sparked doubts. Public interest in the matter continues to grow as royal experts, along with commentators, share their analysis about how this will affect the royal family's future. The revelations have impacted governmental officials in addition to the royal household due to their wider implications. Views differ regarding Lady Campbell's statement, as some perceive it as long overdue truth-telling.
That she was informed, no, in France we don't do that, and so she thought that was...
But others claim it functions as an opportunistic media strategy to remain important in modern times. Despite doubts regarding her motives, some people cannot dismiss the massive reaction to her public claim. The disclosure has extended into street conversations where people share their opinions regarding the news through public gatherings, radio broadcasts, and online communities. Some consider the disclosure a breach of traditional customs, but other people believe it promotes open governance in British culture. The discussion currently taking place in British society transcends superficial curiosity because it addresses fundamental matters of power distribution and accountability. Lady Campbell's mysterious confession created significant diplomatic and international reactions that continue to spread and shape the situation. International news organizations have focused on the story as they speculate on worldwide effects stemming from her bold allegations. The world continues to observe Britain under growing pressure and demanding responses from key authorities about these accusations. The royal family faces continuous scrutiny from the public while more uncertainties surface than resolved questions. Do royal officials plan to speak openly about these claims, or will they stay silent? This also begs the question, who is this Lady C that gave such a claim? The woman behind the title. Throughout her life, Lady Colin Campbell has gained fame as Lady C due to both her vibrant lifestyle and her successful book-writing career. Before becoming known for fearless commentary about the British royal family, Lady C faced many hardships, including societal challenges and personal battles for her identity. Lady Colin Campbell was born Georgia Ariana Ziadi on August 17, 1949, at St. Andrew in Jamaica, while belonging to an influential, wealthier family. The Ziadis were prominent figures in Jamaican high society thanks to Michael George Ziadi's business legacy and Gloria Day's inherited strengths. As wealthy members of Jamaican high society, the Ziadis gained recognition for their business activities and financial success. Lady Colin Campbell grew up in unusual circumstances despite her upper-class background. She suffered from 2 genital abnormalities where her labia fused together and the clitoris developed abnormally, which caused doctors to mistake her gender as male. At birth, doctors classified George William Ziadi as male, and she grew up as a boy despite strongly feeling she should be a girl since her early childhood. She faced unbearable difficulties from having to live with this wrong gender diagnosis throughout her childhood years. As soon as she became aware of her differences from all the boys, she sensed an intense need to live her life as a girl. Her requests for acceptance fell unanswered because society maintained traditional gender beliefs. The medical professionals denied her essential treatment for gender dysphoria and forced her to live as a gender she had always rejected. Through her autobiographical account, A Life Worth Living, she describes enduring psychological pain from being forced into the wrong gender. Her strict father, plus the rest of her family, pushed her to follow a strict male standard of conduct, which they called a proper boy. She had to wear male garments while taking on activities that belonged to males, in addition to denying all traces of femininity. She faced 3 overwhelming constants during her childhood: being alone, experiencing uncertainty, and enduring criticism. Bullying at school happened because she displayed feminine behavior, and at home, she experienced pressure to behave like a man. Her mental well-being suffered due to such emotional mistreatment. The feeling of being alienated and misunderstood became frequent because her life held none of her identity. During her transition into adolescence, she faced unbearable difficulties. When she reached age 13, she adopted severe methods to display her authentic identity. She encountered hostility whenever she tried to display any signs of femininity.
In fairness to my parents, this was not something they elected. This was something that was also foisted upon them.
Her grandmother showed greater openness towards the concept of gender identity, so she supported her secretly and suggested she find medical help for transitioning. The support from her grandmother helped her get corrective surgery in New York City at age 21, which led to her legal recognition as a female. The event marked both an emotional shift and physical transformation because she received back the identity she had wanted to possess. She received authorization to change her name from George William Ziadi to Georgia Ariana Ziadi. She chose to stay in New York City after transitioning and started her studies at the Fashion Institute of Technology, while also doing brief modeling work. During this period, she discovered freedom and confidence after becoming more independent. She no longer needed to conceal her identity because she started living according to her own choices for the first time. During this time of independence, these past wounds still affected her deeply. Relationships within her family turned tense since they failed to accept her transition. Members of her mother's family gave her their support during her transition, but several other blood relatives refused to accept her decision because they viewed it as a break from tradition. Lady Colin Campbell transformed into her strong and outspoken personality after fighting to discover herself and resist societal rejection during her adolescence. The determination she displayed while maintaining genuineness against all adversities became foundational in both her professional work and her willingness to confront powerful institutions that included the British royal family. Her brief marriage with the British nobility further increased the media attention surrounding her stories beyond her gender identity challenges, and not for good reasons either. Marriage, scandals, and rise to fame. Lady Colin Campbell became headline news in 1974 after her marriage to Lord Colin Ivar Campbell, who was the younger son of the 11th Duke of Argyll. Their marriage occurred quickly as their first meeting happened in March, followed by an engagement within days until their marriage on March 23, 1974. The wedding appeared as a traditional fairy tale when viewed from the outside world. A graceful aristocratic woman entered a distinguished British noble family through marriage. The public saw a dazzling couple, but a dreadful truth revealed itself as they closed their door. Lady Colin discovered her mistake in marrying her husband less than a month after their wedding. His lordship inflicted physical and emotional harm upon his wife through his cruel treatment and oppressive behavior toward her. She has revealed to the public that her former husband was a debased, cruel monster who inflicted both physical and emotional harassment. The marriage became a nightmare. Lord Colin routinely showed his disrespect toward her through public humiliation and belittlement. The excessive brutality of his treatment pushed her to a point where she genuinely felt endangered. She has regularly discussed the severe traumatic experiences she experienced while married to him during their brief time together. False statements about Lady C's background emerged when Lord Colin revealed that she was born male before undergoing medical transition. Despite being completely without truth, these baseless rumors triggered intense media interest. The British newspapers immediately seized the opportunity to report this aristocratic scandal because scandals involving high society instantly captured their attention. Lady Colin Campbell defended herself aggressively against these claims. The divorce granted to Lady Colin Campbell by the court in 1975 came after she sued Lord Colin for defamation and sought marital separation only 14 months following their wedding ceremony. Through everything, Lady Colin Campbell managed to keep hold of her Lady Colin Campbell title, which remains active as her professional title today. Instead of vanishing from public life after the divorce, Lady Colin chose to write and make a career out of royal biography. Redefining herself became her focus after she broke free from the aristocratic system that let her down. The world was shocked when Lady Colin published Diana in Private, The Princess Nobody Knows, in 1992. The book, released by Lady Colin during the time when people viewed Princess Diana as a saint, exposed hidden truths about the princess's personal difficulties beyond her fairy tale persona. This groundbreaking publication became the first to disclose Princess Diana's bulimia struggle while exposing what actually caused the dysfunctional relationship between her and Prince Charles. The book generated controversy by making the royal family displeased, but proved successful in the marketplace, which firmly positioned Lady Colin as a respected royal specialist. She published additional royal-related books, starting with The Real Diana in 2004, which contained fresh information from Diana's inner circle. The Queen Mother, The Untold Story, published in 2012, presented an unflattering account of the late Queen Mother. In 2020, Lady Colin Campbell shared her critical assessment of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's royal separation in the book Meghan and Harry, The Real Story. Alongside her writing career, Lady Colin emerged as a well-known television personality participating in the show I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here in 2015. Get Me Out of Here in 2015. Her strong character, combined with her memorable humor and rebellious attitude,
All you want, you're a little pussy who's not even been able to, or been wanted,
has led to both intense positive and negative reactions from British society. She currently lives in Castle Goring with her adopted Russian sons Misha and Dima in the historical Sussex mansion. Through all its scandals and controversies, Lady Colin Campbell secured her position as an unapologetic, outspoken, fearless British cultural figure. Her life path shows her remarkable strength of character when she evolved from being a rejected child to a royal biographer who has become recognized as the most infamous expert on British monarchs. Her public persona continues to provoke intense debates as she uses her standing to challenge authority and prevent others from silencing her. What exactly did she say now about the royal couple that she wrote about before? And what statement did she make? Explosive royal revelations. Lady C wrote in her book that the pregnancies of Meghan Markle faced scrutiny because the Duchess breached traditional royal protocol requirements. The birth announcements made for Meghan were unusually secretive, while Princess Diana and Kate Middleton both shared hospital photos showing their babies. Several onlookers have expressed doubts about the timing and development of Meghan's pregnancy since they identified problems with how her baby bump appeared during different stages. Several observers highlighted the lack of official documentation describing how Harry and Meghan welcomed their children into the world. Lady Campbell continues to question why Meghan and Harry decided against releasing traditional hospital photos following their children's births, which makes people wonder if surrogacy occurred. Buckingham Palace made no official statement regarding these claims, thus creating more speculation about the matter. Surrogacy experts state that according to British law, surrogacy arrangements do not automatically grant parenthood rights to intended parents. A legal process needs to happen to allow surrogacy parents to pass parental rights to their intended parents. A child born through surrogacy outside official legal procedures could potentially disrupt the order of royal succession. Several people demand official statements from the palace to ensure transparency because public trust in the monarchy depends on it. Through these claims, Lady C has exposed hidden financial activities within the royal household that affect public trust. Lady C suggests royal family members are hiding substantial funds through offshore accounts and private trusts to stay out of public oversight. The royal family's alleged financial secrecy creates ethical dilemmas about how taxpayer funds are distributed while also raising questions regarding accountability for royal family expenses. Lady Campbell emphasizes that doubts about royal bloodline succession have triggered constitutional crises by referencing the 1688 royal scandal involving King James II's heir. During that time, rumors spread like wildfire that someone smuggled a baby into the palace birth chamber with a warming pan while the Queen was giving birth, thus raising questions about the royal family's legitimacy. Lady C maintains that present-day transparency concerns will intensify unless the monarchy takes immediate action to prevent their escalation. These allegations could produce major impacts on multiple levels. Unverified questions about royal heir legitimacy can lead to major shifts in the royal line of succession. Some authorities in the field of law have proposed that, under extreme situations, DNA testing could provide definitive answers regarding lineage issues. Such a decision to resolve royal heritage through DNA testing would break all modern norms and establish controversial dynamics that future royals may have to navigate. Media sources indicate Meghan Markle plans to take legal action against Lady Campbell because she revived the surrogacy speculations. Legal action would drag this issue into courts, making witnesses required to demonstrate the case through verifiable proof. A potential lawsuit by Meghan and Harry might silence the surrogacy rumors but could also attract increased public interest in these claims. The accusations made by Lady Campbell present important consequences that extend beyond the lives of Harry and Meghan.
I just think it's really important we've missed human connection.
And affect the entire royal monarchy system of Britain. These matters involving royal births, financial transparency, and power disputes extend their impact across the entire royal institution. These revelations challenge fundamental questions about royal operations alongside their ability to meet contemporary standards for transparency and accountability. While this woman tackles and makes sure she says her truth without any fears, are there other aspects of her that are not well known by the public, even with everything already known? Commitment to philanthropy. Life isn't only about surviving, but also living and living well. Beyond being an author and royal commentator, Lady Colin Campbell dedicates her time and resources to various philanthropic activities, helping the community. Besides being known for her outspoken commentary and controversial statements about the British royal family, Lady C also works actively in charity through philanthropic efforts, which shows a different side of her public persona. She made sure her past never had the opportunity to define her in a negative light. Lady Campbell dedicates much of her time to protecting children's welfare, which represents her most significant community service contribution. Lady C understands vulnerable childhood issues because she survived her own difficulties during her youth. Through her professional activities, she backs organizations dedicated to child protection services, foster care provision, and social services structures serving disadvantaged young people. When using her public platform, Lady Campbell reinforces steady messages about child safety, combined with supportive environments and resource access for child growth. Lady Campbell dedicates her efforts to support both children's charities and animal welfare causes through her philanthropic activities. As a passionate animal enthusiast, she uses her voice to advocate for species protection and animal welfare and supports animal rescue charities. Through her actions, she supports animal shelters while collaborating with organizations dedicated to caring for mistreated animals, and she actively fights for improved animal protection policies and responsible animal treatment standards. Lady Campbell puts her influential position to use by publicly spreading awareness about different social causes in addition to donating money to charity. She actively participates in fundraising activities and attends events to support charitable organizations, while motivating her social network to volunteer at nonprofit agencies focused on societal needs. Through awareness building, Lady Campbell has helped multiple causes achieve public recognition while gaining vital support for their initiatives. Beyond her controversial public image, Lady C utilizes her wealth and influence to make significant charitable donations that showcase both her empathetic nature and goal to better the world. She exhibits meaningful giving by using her resources for financial donations, as well as her presence in advocacy activities and charitable events. The public figure's charitable work demonstrates that celebrity status can promote beneficial community changes while fulfilling their duty to improve society. What do you think of these accusations made on the royal family by Lady C? And what do you think of the things that Lady C had to endure growing up? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.